All right, guys. Next battle. This is a very interesting one. DMX versus RZA. So RZA had the higher seed. I like your gem. It's
I
cool.
got the crystal vision now. It's on.
RZA had the higher seed, so DMX goes first. He's the challenger.
Oh, shit.
DMX's song "Bring Your Whole Crew."
Let's go.
Let's hop on over and jump right in, guys.
Come on!
You could have broke. You could have put Return of the Mac right there.
But they don't hear me though. But they don't. I got blood on my hands and there's no remorse. I got blood on my dick cause I fucked the corpse. I'm a nasty nigga. When you pass me, nigga, look me in my eye. Tell me to my fucking face that you ready to die. You be a dead motherfucker, red motherfucker. Don't get stupid, you heard what I said, motherfucker. Who shot you? Oh, nigga, like you don't know. Sticking you for your dough while I'm fucking your broke hoe. Yo, don't you get the picture? Niggas can't touch me. Cause I don't give a fuck, G, I get you touch me. I got joints that with one slug will take apart a door. And enough crazy niggas behind me to start a war. So what you want, nigga, help is you's about to rest. When I'm fed, Red Cross couldn't clean up the mess. And the vest won't do nothing but make you look a little thicker. Cause in the dark, you ain't nothing but a little nigga. And if you been thinking about that shit you did, you would've bought the joint with you, kid. Now I'ma have to get you, kid, and split your wig with a machete. I bring beef to niggas and string them out like spaghetti. You ain't ready, nor can you stand how I'm bringing it. How I'm giving it is how I'm living it, so I'm swinging it. Red dot on your head cause you's in mid-range. Red dot on your chest opens up your rib cage.
I just
nigga.
love when a nigga bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga.
All right, so I just want to say this was really hard for me to pick this song. We got a lot of requests, a lot of suggestions for songs, but a lot of the suggestions weren't really like good for the battle. You know, this one was like it kind of stood out to me as being like just like good for the battle kind of thing.
Okay.
Oh, so you said a lot of people pick DMX songs for real?
A little more than average, but like a lot of the songs that were picked were just like, you know, songs where there was like a lot of features or like songs that had like, you know, limited lyrics kind of thing. You know, I like to pick songs that have like some thick bars. You know, it kind of like shows them off a little bit, because it, you know, it's one song. But you're battling up against the other person. You don't really know who they're battling up against or what's going to be picked for the other person. You know. All right, let's get back into this, guys.
Bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through.
Now if your heart was as big as your mouth, you'd be real. But it's not, so I know if you get knocked, you squeal like a bitch. Cause you is a bitch and always been a bitch. And you know how niggas do a bitch, we run up in a bitch. But something in a bitch. Nigga, do you know me? Nigga, do you owe me? Figured you can blow me? Well, I'ma let this trigger do you, homie. That niggas got to be smoking something, thinking you joking something. Fucking around with me, you'll be a broken something. I'm out for blood with the Crips and war. How much shit could you talk with your lips on the floor? Pussy niggas make me itch, so I scratch you's a bitch. So I snatch up your face, fake ass pit, so I scratch you. Yeah, that was the time when I would've jumped up and choked this nigga. But now I'm on some shit like, yo, smoke this nigga. I'm about to find out how much gut you got before I spill him. Somebody come and get this motherfucker before I kill him. Rush out the asylum, I'm wildin'. Y'all niggas know the phone numbers for help, you best to dial 'em. 911, emergency, the urgency. We'll have witnesses seeing what the surgeon see. How far you gon' get with your dome split, fool? And catch your man slipping cause he think his shit cool. But it ain't, so I paint the walls with his blood. Another dick in the mud, nigga, what? Come on.
I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through.
Come on.
Hey, yo, you know who this is for? They let the dogs in the door. Come on. Hey, yo, you know who this is for? Come on. They let the dogs in the door. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew, it's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through. I just love when a nigga bring his whole crew. It's just a bigger piece of cake for me to chew a hole through.
Come on.
I just love.
Dope song. You know, that era, that whole era,
Yep.
hip hop was kind of getting away from sampling, so that classic sound kind of went away. It sounded, you know, a lot of the beats were a little more elementary, a little bit more fake, you know,
Yeah.
computer-esque. Exactly. But you know, it is what it is. I love DMX. I love his energy. I love what he brought, what he did for hip hop, kind of thing. You know.
Sure.
Yeah, there wasn't nothing going on. They filled the gap.
Hey, again, it's like the technology. A lot of it had to do with money and like giving up money for samples. You know.
Yeah, that's
It is-
sample thing changed, you know.
It is what it is. All right, so DMX is up against RZA. The song is Sunshower. I didn't know this song. It just kind of rung to me whenever I was listening to it, so I've picked this song.
Nice.
A lot of the other suggestions had a lot of other, you know, Wu-Tang members in it. So this one was like a good one. All right, let's jump in, guys. RZA, Sunshower.
So this song is called Sunshower, cause we approaching the final hour. You know, all I can say to my brothers and sisters right now is stay close to your families and all your loved ones, cause this globe was about to explode with hatred. They killing for pennies. I'm saying peace to the gods. We got a heavy job. Yo, trouble follows behind a wicked mind. 2020 vision of the prism of light, but still blind because you lack the inner. Every sinner will end up in the everlasting winter of hellfire. Throwing the splinters, picture third eye out. You cry out, your words fly out, your sounds die out, you remain unheard. Suffering eternally, eternal external, along with your wicked fraternal, generals eternals, releasing thermonuclear heat that burns you firmly and permanently upon this journey through the journey of the book of life. Those who took a life without justice will become just ice, ice, ice. It's been taught that your worst enemy couldn't harm you as much as your own wicked thoughts. But devil's ought be wrought and listen naught. Now you're being persecuted by the universal court. Iron hell with a strong wind of fragrant blend of sandalwood, rose petals, and jasmine. As men use talismans, burns of incense, chanting witchcraft to reach higher dimensions. I'm convinced Allah's God always has been, always will be. You can travel every square inch of the planet Earth and still be 93 million miles away from the sun. So you realize you and the sun is one. Like the knowledge, hold the ledge to where your heart is, or fall off into the internal hell that's uncharted. Light travels at a rate of 186,000 miles per second through time and space until it reaches a target. And with the speed of darkness, it's only the path to which the Red Sea was parted. Into ye straight at the narrow gate, but wide is the road to destruction and hate. What you thought life was a sport, a game 100 years short. No, the soul is immortal, born through many portals. And those who go astray will pay a judgment day. And these few years of wicked bullshit ain't worth their eternity inside a sulfur lake with dragons and snakes and any pain you can imagine. Instead, I chose to become a newlywed to the true bread of life and fed God the green light to my head. It's been said the fool who sleep is already dead. So I stay awake and take care of my brother and uncover the veil of skin so we can see each other. It's every color that makes the light appear duller. Who's the colored man? Who's the original? Who's the biochemical?
I love RZA, man. I love how it's like a freestyle, like stream of consciousness.
Yes.
And I'm really digging the guitar sample too.
Yeah.
I can't believe I never heard this shit.
Yeah, I haven't either. This is fire. I like this.
All right, the poll's up, guys. Make sure you vote.
Who's the original? Who's the biochemical? Who's the grafted digital? Digital. Yo. 200,000 million atoms per cubic feet of air. We breathe a nigga's mind that traps 20,000 fathoms. Believe the sea of reality. They can't in hell deep. Devils have them stagnant, attracted to 45 magnums. That's had a bone fragments. Cost of the block through getting backed up. I dragged it. Thrown into a 6x8 steel cabinet. Lifting weights, reading 8 tablets. Back on the block, nobody's having it. Those who haven't learned get returned. You freaky ass niggas get burned. Some walk around like they ain't concerned with the hell going on inside the world. Why do grown men molest little girls? Is it because the girl's breast has swelled to the size of a woman? Although she's 12, the whole world is sick, sick, sick. Trapped up in 6, 6, 6. I started off as a pawn in this marathon of life, trying to carry on. Wishing I had a bomb, the floor of Babylon. A vagabond, trying to steal sportswear from Paragon. Going in circles like a Ferris wheel. Undernourished meals, I cherish hope. Drowned inside the sea of life. Use my third eye for a periscope. And take flight to the edge of night. To far heights so dark that even with a bright light you couldn't see a spark of light. While others play ball, I recall me and Jizz and Dirty hanging in halls. Banging on walls. Kicking rhymes 3 hours straight with no pause. Boosting from Freeport Sunrise to Amityville Mall. Kept raising the blade between the jaws. Breaking all laws. Started out writing fables to making beats on lunchroom tables to wearing long cables that hung down to the navel. Sold packs of crack and fat sacks of skunks and bundles of P-Funk. Smoking ruler blunts, dust cocktails and primos. Shot more dice than casinos. Back with Wu Gambinos with core FOIMCs. All it together that crew BCC, Red Cross, CGP, DMD. Oh, Dirty Stalk, East New York, just to maintain Franklin Lane. I was born in time with the Jeff, but students got slain. Hold up, got nervous, walked me to Shaolin, sent me to Curtis, took shit time in McKee. New guard, general contractor service. Ramel, Chef, and Death was off the new door. With white boys who took steroids, building up biceps, triceps, pectoralis, and deltoids. Back when our girlfriends was virgins, cutting class with ghosts, trying to black holes in Mary Burcham. Or Mabel Dean Beacon, night school, Washington Irving. These young guards were seeking hoes in Weston House and Cloud Barton in Medina. Girls who sound like Safina. On the corner of Belmont and Pickett Avenue, I seen her. As if I dreamed her. I was dead broke. Now I use keynotes to make G-notes. So it's always hope. See subway train run through the city like blood through the veins to the heart of Medina. But Shaolin is the brain. So take heed to these words and feel the power of the sun shower. Approaching the final hour. Power equality, but law sees everything. Let's come together under the wings and take flight. Wu-Tang, the saga, resurrector, and your sector.
What a gem, man.
Hands down, RZA. Hands
I
down.
definitely voted for RZA too. I love that bass, man, and that guitar sample, and like, so the dichotomy of like that smooth guitar sample and bass together, with like the wind building up and like there's bombs going off on the background, and then some of his lyrics were almost like, you know, kind of connected nowadays. It's pretty cool, man. Definitely opened my ears up a little bit in there. So right now, RZA's winning 71 to 29%.
Very conscious. I liked when he said I used my third eye as a periscope. That was tight.
Oh, he went in depth, man.
Submarine vibes.
Yeah, he was talking like just cool shit, man. I like that. It's nice finding these gems like this. We're gonna call it, guys. RZA wins 71% to 29%.